would be enough, but it is not. So, I will bring some more of these next week just so you have it in your hands if you want to go over it because it's a lot of information. So I apologize if you don't have one right now. Maybe look at your neighbors or ask me to repeat something if you don't know.
Hey,
Yes.
leave it on the table down there after we let everybody take a picture of it with their phone and read it home.
Look at this man. Perfect. That's why we got him here. So yes, I will lay this out, and if you want, if you're a picture taker, you want to take pictures of it and have it on your phone, that's perfectly fine. Before I get into this, I do want to, I'm a walker and I'm going to fall into this. So, I do want to talk a little bit, we kind of did a very 101 education of AI centers last week. And I did find out since then that there are two types of data centers. So I want to make sure that we distinguish those because I see a lot of comments like when you post something on Facebook, there's always some smart aleck that's like, oh, you use AI to send this message. Okay, Einstein, there's two. The one that we've been using for the last 10 years to send a Snapchat, share a post on Facebook, that is not the problem. Those do require data centers. We've been living with them for 20 years. They don't suck the earth dry. They don't, they're not the necessary target of our group. The second kind of AI is this AI learning, algorithm forming, seeking, developing itself, and cryptocurrency is also it's the same thing, but it only has one purpose, which is mining for cryptocurrency. I don't know what cryptocurrency means, can't wrap my head around it, but it requires the AI that we don't like, and it takes a lot of our resources. So I did want to make that little distinguishment so that you guys know when you just share a post, you're not contributing to our problem. Now, when you look up ChatGPT and say, hey, make my bedroom boho, you are using, first of all, you're using about 5 gallons of water to create what your room might look like. But that is the type of AI that we're talking about that is a major contributor to the issues we're talking about today. So, we have an hour and it's going to be a fast hour. I have a lot of information. I went to a symposium, I guess is a good word for it, on all things AI this weekend at the University of Cincinnati. And got a lot of good references with sources if anyone wants to fact check us. All of your sources are here. These are all verified facts. The other thing I want to talk about, if we have time, is get into a little bit of an open conversation about zoning. Just because I have learned that that is our best way to install protections, and what I want to remind everyone, keep an open mind. We can tailor zoning to keep in or out anything we want. We can overlay different functions and purposes. And if something comes along that is an opportunity that everyone in this room is passionate about, we can change it. It's all in our power. So we'll dive more into that a little later. I also wanted to take about 10 minutes of a break at some point and put up the numbers of our state reps and politicians, and everybody just get out their phone and pop off an email, leave a message, make a call. I know myself, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna call. And then I hear mommy 62 times in 5 minutes, and I forget about everything I was doing and lose my mind. So I think while we're here in the room with the contacts, it would be a good idea to just blast them, leave a message. Hang up. I mean, they're probably not going to call you back if they do. I'm impressed, but then you can give them your opinion. So, how are we doing so far? I need to breathe. All right. So, this weekend in Cincinnati at UC, several of the grassroots movements, like ourselves here, got together and wanted to give us some facts, and there were many subject matter experts there and a lot of good information. I put out the highlights, or what in my opinion are highlights. So we'll go through it. If you guys have questions, let me know. If you have comments, throw up a hand and we'll get you the floor. floor to say what you need to say. So Ohio, as we said last week, is ground zero. It is one of the fastest growing data center clusters in the county. There are already 200 data centers in Ohio. We're number 2 for hyperscale data centers. So hyperscale data centers is like what's going in at the A plant, where, you know, it would make our proposed 500-acre facility, it's just a fraction of what that is. So we're number 2 in hyperscalers, and I believe they said that this is the country's largest going in.
Yes.
Thank you. Going in at the A plant. So 2.5 billion with a B in state and local tax incentives have been given to data centers from 2017 to 2025. That's money left on the table. So $2.5 billion was given to the 1%ers and taken out of our budget. Energy, why do they use so much? So something I learned about energy is you have to have water to create energy. Nuclear power needs water. Natural gas takes water. Regular electricity needs water. So all of this still requires water no matter what form of energy they tell us they're using. Nonstop computing plus AI equals, I'm sorry, I'm on energy.